Larry Clark films are already disturbing, but this man had the nerve to do a movie based off the true story of the murder of Bobby Kent. So here we go, here's another disturbing movie recap, and as always, spoilers ahead. The movie opens up and we meet Marty and his best friend Bobby, and these two are working at a deli when they meet Allie and Lisa. Marty's flirting with the girls and he goes, "Hey, me and my friends are hanging out later if you want to meet up." And Marty is not the most confident, he's really putting himself out there. Lisa's making googly eyes at him, however in the back, Bobby is making fun of him. Bobby slams Marty's head into something and he makes it clear that he's only attracted to Allie. Like Lisa ain't his type. Now, Bobby and Marty have been friends for years, since the 3rd grade. And from the outside looking in, you think Bobby's a good kid. He's going to college, he has plans after he graduates. His parents are tough on him and they believe that his friends are bad influences on him. And they don't see how bad it is, but truthfully, Bobby is a menace. You should see the way Bobby treats Marty. Bobby calls Marty all kinds of names, slurs, he be punching the boy, he makes fun of him. Bobby loves tormenting and humiliating this boy. But Bobby's not just mean to Marty. Later that night, Bobby and Marty hook up with Allie and Lisa. Lisa and Marty are in the backseat of the car and they're getting busy while Allie and Bobby are in the front. And Bobby talks to women wrong. Like he demands Allie to do certain things. He calls her out of her name. But not only that, while he's getting busy with Allie, Bobby's looking in the back seat making eye contact with Lisa. Now, the next day, Lisa wakes up and she feels like a new woman. Oh, Lisa tells her mother that she is in love, that she has a new boyfriend. His name is Marty and he's a hunk. Now, Allie and Lisa are about 17, 18 years old, and they both have dropped out of high school. And Allie has a son, but her parents watch her kid. And really, they just hang out with their friends all day. They're drinking, doing drugs, hooking up with one another. Now, Lisa has been spending a lot of time with Marty because she's in love with the boy. But not only that, Lisa has found out that she's pregnant. And when Marty first hears that Lisa is pregnant, he freaks out. Like he's not ready to be a dad. Now, Bobby makes fun of Marty for getting Lisa pregnant. And the thing about Marty is he's defending himself against Bobby when Bobby's being mean. But eventually Marty just caves in because Bobby ain't backing down. Like we see Marty and Bobby go out one night to a gay bar. And this dude talking to Bobby goes, "Hey, tell your friend to get up on that stage and dance and I'll give him $100. Bobby tells Marty to do it, but Marty's like, "I don't want to do it." But Bobby's like, "Do it, it's $100, dude." So Marty eventually gets up on the stage and he starts dancing in front of all these people for $100. And Bobby and Marty did dabble in the movie business, the adult kind, where they directed intimate scenes between gay men. Now one day, Lisa calls Allie. Lisa goes, "Allie, that dude Bobby, yeah, he's into some crazy stuff. I think you should come down here and hang out with him and see what's up." We see Allie go down there. Allie and Bobby are talking, they're flirting, and they decide to go into another room. And once they're in the other room, Bobby puts on a movie, and in the movie there are 2 men and they're getting busy. And he's forcing Allie to watch this movie. And Allie's like, "No, I don't want to watch this. This is making me feel uncomfortable. As a matter of fact, I don't want to do anything we were going to do up in here." And Bobby starts getting violent. She's struggling. He's enjoying it, and he's going, "Tell me I'm the best you ever had." Allie leaves the room upset, and she goes straight to Lisa. And Lisa's like, "Hey girl, did you have fun with Bobby?" Allie's like, "No, he just sexually assaulted me." And in that moment, Lisa victim blames Allie. You're mad at Lisa. You're damn near done with her. And what really makes you mad is that we find out that Lisa is unsure if Marty is the father of her child, because one night she was also sexually assaulted by Bob. She has a feeling it is Marty's, but there's the chance that it could be Bobby's baby. Bobby has been the biggest bully any of them have ever met. Marty's tired. He can't handle the abuse anymore. And at 20 years old, Marty asks his parents if they can move out of the neighborhood so he can get away. Lisa hates the way Bobby treats her man. One night she goes, "You know what we should do, everybody? We should kill Bobby." Convincing Marty and Allie are easy because they already hate Bobby. And they're all in. They're actually excited. They think this is going to be fun. They think it's going to be so much fun that they decide to get their other friends involved. Allie goes to her new boyfriend Donnie and she goes, "Hey, do you want to help me take out somebody?" She goes, "There'll be drugs involved." And he goes, "Hell yeah, I'm in." Then after that, Allie hits up her friend Heather, who just got a rehab, and she's down for the get down. Meanwhile, Lisa's cousin Derek, he's agreed to join along. So you got Lisa, Marty, Allie, Donnie, Heather, and Derek. And with Lisa's mother's gun, they plan to take out Bobby. They have a plan. They're going to use Allie as bait. Allie's job is to seduce Bobby. However, they got to convince Bobby that Allie's interested in him because Bobby's not stupid. He's confused as to why Allie's interested in him when he took advantage of Allie. However, Allie gets on the phone, runs some game on Bobby, and he's like, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm down. So it's set. Bobby thinks him and Allie are going to hook up that night and he's going to get some. Then, boom, when he least expects it, somebody takes him out. But that doesn't work. Lisa chickens out. They lure him down. However, Lisa all of a sudden realizes that they can trace the bullet casing back to the gun, and the gun is registered in her mom's name. So these amateurs go, oops, we need a better plan. We're not equipped for this. So after that night, they decide they need the help of a hitman, and his name is also Derek. Now, to be honest, this group of potential murderers aren't the brightest. Like, they've been casually talking about how they're going to be taking out Bobby Kent. Hell, they had a whole meeting at a Pizza Hut one night. They're not thinking things through. Everything's funny to them. They're all under the influence. None of them are sober. And throughout the whole movie, all you've been seeing is them getting busy with one another. And they already failed once trying to take out Bobby, and now they're gonna go for round 2, but this time they're including a hitman they just met. Everybody's been talking a good game. They've been laughing. They're excited. Ooh, they can't wait to take out Bobby Kent. Now, the new plan is kind of similar to the last plan. It just has more people involved. They're gonna use Allie as bait. Allie's gonna seduce him. They're gonna get it on. However, this time somebody's gonna be near them talking about, hey, are there any alligators in there? And that's somebody's cue to run up with the knife behind Bobby and go slice, slice. So the time comes, Allie lures Bobby down. Now it has sit in that they're actually going to be taking out Bobby. Heather does the signal, hey, are there any alligators in there? But it's all botched. It doesn't go smoothly. Donnie, the one that just met Bobby, runs up and he's the first one to attack Bobby. All the girls run, like they go to the car, like this is too much for them. And the first Derek runs too. Donnie is the one that's really going ham on Bobby. Then you see Marty, and Marty is taking this personal. Donnie and Marty are doing the work with the knife. However, it's the hitman with the baseball bat who puts an end to Bobby's life. After Bobby has been taken out, both Dereks pick up Bobby's body and they take it to the water, and they're keeping their fingers crossed that some alligators come across it and eat this body up. Now, not too long ago, these friends were kikiing ha-haing about taking out Bobby Kent, and now Bobby Kent has been taken out, and they all look scared. Oh, they're panicking. First off, the only evidence they have against them is the knife, and they leave the knife at the scene of the crime. Second, the girls and the first Derek all think they're innocent. They're replaying all this in their heads, and they're like, wait, but I wasn't the one to actually Bobby. That was y'all. So therefore, I'm good, right? Like, honestly, none of them have stopped talking about the murder that nobody knows that they have committed. Lisa was casually telling the story to her friends, and eventually she told her mom. Marty and Lisa are freaking out because they're hearing that people are saying that Bobby got murdered, and they're like, who's telling people that Bobby got murdered? Allie was. Yeah, apparently Allie was calling in, tipping off the media and police about a murder that took place. Nobody knew Bobby Kent was murdered. Heck, they haven't even found the body yet. This group got caught because they confessed and turned themselves in. The only one that didn't turn themselves in right away was Marty, but eventually he was arrested. The movie ends with us seeing Marty, Allie, Lisa, Eric and Derek, Heather and Donnie sitting in the trial room arguing. We then learned that all of them were found guilty. Lisa, Donnie, and Hitman Derek were all sentenced to life in prison. Allie was sentenced to 40 years. The other Derek was sentenced to 11 years. Heather got 7 years. And lastly, Marty. He was sentenced to death penalty. However, he was resentenced to just life in prison. Marty is still alive and currently held in custody in Florida.